Hey everybody, your name here. And let me tell you, I've seen some things. I've worked jobs that most folks wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. But even I gotta tip my hat to the brave souls in the videos you're about to see. We're talking about heavy equipment fails, folks. The kind of stuff that makes you cringe, shake your head and say, man, I'm glad that wasn't me. So buckle up, grab a hard hat, you might need it vicariously, and get ready to witness some of the most unbelievable heavy equipment fails ever recorded. Picture this, a bustling construction site, the air thick with the sounds of progress. The rhythmic pounding of hammers, the hum of machinery, and the shouts of workers create a symphony of industry. Welders spark, engines roar, and the site buzzes with life and energy. A lone crane stretches skyward, a steel sentinel against the clouds, lifting heavy beams with precision and grace. But in an instant, the music stops. The crane, laden with tons of steel, begins to sway, its stability compromised. Workers on the ground look up, their faces etched with confusion, then alarm. They sense the impending disaster. The sway becomes a shudder, the shudder a plunge. The massive structure succumbs to gravity. The crane crashes down on the construction site below with a deafening roar, a cacophony of destruction. Dust and debris explode outward, engulfing everything in a brown cloud of chaos. The once orderly site is now a scene of devastation. And you're left there, watching it all unfold, knowing that somewhere, amidst the wreckage, lies a story of miscalculation, a moment of human error with consequences far greater than anyone could have imagined. The echoes of this fall will resonate for years to come. The bulldozer, a hulking beast of a machine, rumbles across the uneven terrain. Its massive tracks churn the earth, leaving deep scars in their wake. But even titans can fall. The operator, perched high in the cabin, pushes the dozer to its limits. As the dozer crests a particularly steep incline, the ground beneath it gives way. It's a subtle shift, almost imperceptible, but enough to send the massive machine teetering precariously on the edge of disaster. The operator, caught off guard, fights for control, but it's a losing battle. The bulldozer, once a symbol of power, now surrenders to the earth it sought to tame. The excavator, its massive arm outstretched, bites into the earth with mechanical precision. But today, the dance takes an unexpected turn. As the excavator's teeth sink into the ground, they strike something unyielding. The machine shudders, its powerful engine groaning in protest. The operator, caught off guard, eases back on the controls. But it's too late. The damage is done. The excavator's arm, once a symbol of precision, now becomes an instrument of destruction. With a sickening crunch, the excavator lurches sideways, its massive weight crashing down on a nearby structure. The operator, shaken but unharmed, can only watch in disbelief as his machine, once a tool of creation, lays waste to everything around it. The dump truck, laden with tons of earth and rock, rumbles down the steep incline, its engine growling under the immense weight. It's a familiar route, one the driver has navigated countless times before, each turn and bump etched into his memory. But today, something feels different. There's an unsettling tension in the air, a sense of impending trouble. The air is thick with humidity, and a light rain slicks the road, turning the familiar into the treacherous. The once solid ground now feels like a slippery trap. As the dump truck rounds a sharp bend, its massive weight shifts, just a fraction of an inch too far. The driver grips the wheel tighter, trying to maintain control. The tires, their grip already compromised by the slick road, lose their tenuous hold. The truck begins to slide, the driver's heart pounding in his chest. The truck lurches, its massive frame swaying precariously close to the edge of the precipice. Every second feels like an eternity. The dump truck, once a symbol of industrial might, now becomes a runaway train, careening down the mountainside, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The driver can only watch in horror as the chaos unfolds. The warehouse, a hive of activity, buzzes with the organized chaos of a well-oiled machine. Forklifts dance between towering shelves, their operators navigating the narrow aisles with practiced ease. But even in the most well-choreographed ballets there can be missteps. A forklift, laden with a towering pallet of goods, turns a corner a little too sharply. The load, stacked precariously high, begins to sway, a pendulum of potential disaster hanging over the unsuspecting workers below. With a sickening crunch, the pallet collapses, sending a cascade of boxes, crates, and who knows what else crashing to the warehouse floor. Workers scatter, their shouts lost in the sudden cacophony of splintering wood, shattering glass, and the thunderous roar of the falling debris. The loader, its massive bucket brimming with gravel, rumbles across the construction site. The operator, perched high in the cabin, maneuvers the loader with a practiced hand. But even the most familiar routines can be disrupted. As the loader approaches a freshly dug trench, the ground beneath it gives way. It's a subtle collapse, barely noticeable to the untrained eye. But for the loader, it's a trap, a sudden void that swallows its massive tires whole. The loader lurches violently, its momentum carrying it forward even as its front end disappears into the abyss. The loader's massive weight slams down on the opposite edge of the trench, its rear tires lifting clear off the ground. The backhoe, its articulated arm a symphony of hydraulics and steel, digs into the earth with surgical precision. Each movement is a testament to engineering prowess, a dance of metal and power. The operator, a seasoned veteran with years of experience under his belt, hums along to the radio, his hands moving instinctively over the controls. He knows this machine like the back of his hand, every lever and button a familiar friend. But fate, it seems, has other plans. In the blink of an eye, the routine turns into chaos. As the backhoe's teeth bite into the ground, they strike something unyielding. A hidden obstacle buried deep beneath the surface brings the mighty machine to a sudden halt. The machine shudders, its powerful engine groaning in protest. The once smooth operation now becomes a struggle, the engine's roar turning into a strained growl. The operator, his attention ripped away from the radio, reacts instantly. But it's too late. The damage is done. His years of experience can't prevent the inevitable. The backhoe's arm, once a symbol of precision, now becomes a liability, its weight pulling the entire machine precariously off balance. The ground beneath it shifts, unable to support the sudden change. It tips slowly at first, then faster until it crashes down on its side, a tangled mess of steel and hydraulic fluid. The sound of metal against earth echoes through the site. The operator, shaken but unharmed, climbs out of the cab and surveys the scene, a mixture of disbelief and frustration etched on his face. The once mighty backhoe now lies defeated, a stark reminder of the unpredictability of the job. The road roller, a massive steel drum on wheels, lumbers back and forth across the freshly laid asphalt. The operator, perched high in the cabin, steers the roller with a practiced hand. But boredom, as they say, can be a dangerous thing. As the roller nears the edge of the roadbed, the operator's attention wanders for just a moment. The roller, no longer guided by a steady hand, veers off course, its massive steel drum rolling straight off the edge of the asphalt. The ground, unprepared for the unexpected weight, crumbles beneath the roller's relentless advance. The roller, now a runaway train on a path of destruction, careens down the embankment, leaving a trail of mangled earth and twisted metal in its wake. The grader, a mechanical marvel of blades and hydraulics, dances across the construction site, its movements a symphony of precision and power. The operator, perched high in the cabin, surveys the landscape with a practiced eye. But even the most skilled artist can make mistakes. As the grader navigates a particularly tricky curve, the operator misjudges the angle. The grader's blade, no longer following the contours of the land, digs too deep, too greedily, into the earth. The ground beneath it, weakened by the sudden excavation, gives way. The grader, caught off guard, lurches violently, its massive weight shifting precariously. For a moment it teeters on the edge of disaster, a mechanical ballet dancer caught in an impossible pose. The crane, a towering symbol of human ingenuity, stretches skyward, its long arm a beacon against the clouds. The operator, perched high in the crane's cabin, maneuvers the massive machine with a surgeon's precision. But even the most experienced conductors can't always predict the whims of fate. As the crane lifts a particularly heavy load, the wind picks up, gusting across the construction site with unexpected ferocity. The crane, its stability compromised by the sudden shift in atmospheric pressure, begins to sway. The operator, his senses heightened, reacts instantly, trying to compensate for the wind's unpredictable force. But it's too late. The crane, its delicate balance now irrevocably upset, continues to sway, each oscillation growing wider, more violent. Well, there you have it, folks. 10 tales of heavy equipment gone wrong, 10 reminders that even the most powerful machines are only as good as the people operating them. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible content. And be sure to share this video with your friends, especially those who might need a little reminder to respect the power of heavy machinery. Stay tuned for more jaw-dropping moments caught on camera. And until next time, stay safe out there, folks. And remember, if you're ever working with heavy machinery, always wear your hard hat. It might just save your life.